Welcome back to CS170. I think we're going to do a quick video talking about VLOOKUP for Excel today. Before I do that, I'm going to go into the modules, and under modules, you're going to see a couple of different things. Under week 10, for this week, you'll see these couple of different functions. There's obviously a whole bunch of functions for Excel. But these in particular, I picked them up because they're going to be things that you'll be looking at for your assignments. So do make sure you take a look at this. You also see Excel resources here. So between these, you should have like a couple of different options to learn about the basic ins and outs of Excel. So with that, let's get into VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP is one of the common things that people do with Excel above and beyond like the normal basic calculations and functions. So in terms of functions, basically what VLOOKUP will do is it will look up something in a table and come back with something from that table, right? So it's almost like you could almost think of it sort of like a little mini database, and I'll kind of try to show you what that really means in a second. So you can read all this up here, but here you organize the data, and then you can look it up. Let's say in this case, their example is about employee last name, and all of the other stuff that's to the right of it is things related to a particular employee, let's say. And so if I look at it this way, here you have the lookup value, the table that you're going to look at, and then the thing that you're going to pick up, and then I'll explain what range lookup is in a second. So so this first column here is basically what you're looking for, right? So in this case, they were talking about employee, so you can look up like in employee, let's say the name is Fontana. This is like the range of the table. This is a column that you're going to get from that table, and this is set to be false. And I'll go through what that means here. And you have these descriptions here. Okay, I think the easiest way for me to show you how VLOOKUP works is to come back to my Excel sheet here, and let's do this. So let's think about it this way. If I set up something, it's a table for pizza. So if I order like 1 to, let's say 1 to 4 pizzas, I'm gonna charge, let's say $10 a pizza. Okay, and for the next amount, so from 5 to 9 pizzas, I'm going to charge, let's say, $9 a pizza. And let's say something like that, we're going to charge like $8 a pizza. Okay, and let's top it off, and we'll say the cheapest you can get a pizza is $7. Okay, so that's our table here. So what this is saying is that the more pizzas I order in one shot, the cheaper each pizza will cost. Let me say unit cost here, just to be clear. Okay, and let's have some customers here. Customer customer and maybe Liza. And Team A. Okay, so let's say Anne is having a party and she just needs 2 pizzas. Let's say Eliza's having a bigger party and she wants 6 pizzas. And the team, let's say it's a whole bunch of people and they want 35 pizzas. Okay, so let's get the unit cost per pizza. And then the total cost for the pizza. Okay, so for Anne, what are we going to do? So let's look up the unit cost based on this table here. So we'll do a VLOOKUP. Okay, so VLOOKUP. And what are we going to look up? We're going to look up these 2 pizzas here. Where are we going to look it up? We're going to look it up in this little table here. Okay, and which column are we looking at? Well, we're looking for this unit cost here, right? So this would be the column 2 of that table. So we're going to either look for approximate match or exact match. Okay, now if I don't put anything in here, it's going to default to approximate match. Okay, but let me do exact match for now, just so you see what happens. So that's false, right? You can see what happened. It became false. And it became NA. Well, it's easy to see, right? Because you have a 2 here, and within this table, you don't see any 2's here. So that's why it became NA. Let's see if I make this a 1. Well, now I found something, right? So that's what happens. That's the difference between using true and false in that last part there. All right, but we actually want approximate match because we want this range of pizzas, right? So that's why we're going to do approximate match. And that gets us 10. Okay, now see what happened here? I came with 2, and this is why the table has to be organized like this. You see this? 1, 5, 10, 20. So this 2 here, it came here, it doesn't match. So it goes on. It went to 5. Well, 5, it doesn't match, but 5 is also bigger than the 2. So it goes back to the last record, which is why it came back with 10. Okay? Now let's see what happens when we do this one. VLOOKUP. Oops, that's not what I wanted. VLOOKUP. And oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this guy here. 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 2. And I want approximate match, right? And there you go. I got 9 pizzas there. Equals VLOOKUP. And I want 35 pizzas here. Let's look at this table. And I want second column. And of course, I want the approximate match. And there you go. 7 pizzas. Now see what happened here? It fell off the end of the table. Right? So 35 pizzas came to here. There's no more. Right? So it's going to pick up this one and make it 7. Okay, and then this part is easy, right? So I can just do equals this times that. And then I'm just going to drag this sucker down. And there you go. And if I want to kind of make this nicer, I'm going to go to, oops, not what I wanted, home and dollars. If I want to round off the cents here, and there you go. So hopefully this gives you like a very quick intro to VLOOKUP. I'll probably do some more examples with VLOOKUP. Like I said, this is one of the more important functions or most one of the more commonly used functions for Excel. So do try to pick up on this example I just did here and what it means. Why I have to set up a table this way, what it means between exact match and approximate match. And I'm going to do something with error handling the next time, but this video should be good enough to get you into VLOOKUP. All right, thank you.